The Pokemon Company International released a statement yesterday regarding the TCG situation. This statement is related to scalping, though they didn't directly say that it is. I'm not gonna read all of it, but I'll leave it on the screen for a bit if you want to. In short, they're saying that they are aware of the high demand in Pokemon cards, and that people are having difficulties buying them. They also go on to say that they are ramping up production to produce more cards, as a way of helping the situation. And the last part, I think, is referring to them wanting to implement technology in order to stop bot purchases. What makes this a little bit weird, in my opinion, is that this was never a demand issue. It's an accessibility issue. Printing more cards really doesn't do much. If I'm a scalper and the Pokemon Company produces 1 million ETBs and we have 900,000 of them, we have 90% of the market. It makes no difference to me if you produce another million if we still hold 90% of the market. So I'll just say thank you for the extra inventory and move on with my day. On paper, it does increase supply and thus lowers demand. But in practice, it just creates more resources for scalpers to hoard. This is one of those scenarios where I feel it would have been way better if the Pokemon Company said nothing. Because you're gonna have people like me who know that this is most likely not going to make the cards more accessible. But then you have the people that don't know that, who are going to think that the cards will become available. And I'm sure they're gonna be a lot more pissed off than people like me. I think it's noble that they are trying to sort of take the blame for this, but ultimately it's not their fault. Because at the end of the day, what more can they do? No, really, what more can they do? The only thing they can do is try to counteract the bots buying directly from them and setting up a purchasing limit for their stores. But that doesn't stop the cards from being sold at retail stores like Walmart with no limits. Now, of course, I hope that this will help to some extent, but if you are a collector of Pokemon cards and you've been trying to get your hands on these sets, just know that there's a very real possibility it's still not gonna happen.